Howdy doody everybody, I hope you're doing great. Today is the day that you've been waiting for. We finally got Gold Rathian ready for us to review and go over all the skills. This is going to be a good one. On this one, I'm not even going in by surprise as well. So we're going in with prior knowledge on this one, completely different. And I have Paradise here as well as our veteran gene reviewer expert.
It's good to be back, and there's exciting ones this time actually. Both these gold and silver are going to be good to talk about.
Yeah, these monsters are top tier, must-have monsters. These are the fire monsters to have as well. They kind of come along in conjunction with where Teostra is. I don't know if you have anything else to add to that, where like they sit in the meta, but we know that these ones are pretty spicy, right?
They are like alt choices to Teostra. I'm not gonna lie, silver is basically a direct upgrade, and then gold is gonna be like your alt choice to silver. Like, should we deep dive into the stats real quick?
Yeah, you can.
So since we're talking about gold is gonna be like one of your best fire monsters, and the reason that you would choose gold over silver is because gold has higher speed. But there's another thing to include in that as well, and that is the weaknesses, right? So gold is going to be weak to thunder, while silver is going to be weak to water. So depending on like what the flavor of the week or the month meta is, you might want to actually change, because you don't want to be getting hit against like Zinogres and whatnot if you're thunder weak, you know. So the weakness is always something to consider. Obviously water was like kind of a meta choice for a while because there wasn't any good water ones, but now with like the water Palamute and Soulseer, it's a bit equal, so you might
I
want
wouldn't
to
say it's
consider
equal,
that.
but it's definitely a bit more risky nowadays to run that stuff. But yeah, definitely gold is pretty cool. But we're going to deep dive into gold in this one and go through all of the skills and abilities as we usually do, because you guys love us when we go through the genes and everything. If you do like that and you do like the sound of that, then hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, so you can catch more stories content as we drop it. We are coming to the end of this roadmap, and hopefully there is more stories content in the future, but for now, we got you. So let's go through the skills. There are 2 new skills on each of the monster, with one returning skill coming back, but the 2 new skills are, that's all I'm saying, the spice, the spice. So the returning skill that we have is Piercing Claws. If you know about this skill, it comes with Venom Sweep. We love a little bit of Venom Sweep, which is a medium chance to inflict poison. I think there's another one on Dread Queen, which is like Venom something, and it does the severe
it's a
poison.
single target.
It's
with
a single,
with severe, yeah.
Which
so
is pretty cool.
They're both really nice. This move's actually really good, and I really like this move in PvP because like just doing AoE poison with the damage is a very high pressure move to do. But just for PvE, I think it's still decent because you're outputting poison, but maybe the single target version might be better in PvE, you know.
I like going for the kind of the alt choice normally, because people will expect you to go with like a Venom, the other move, which I think is power, but with this you go with speed and it kind of catches that person off guard in PvP, so I like running this one instead. Then let's go and talk about some of the big boy moves. So we've got the Rave Gene, because it is a party, right? We're raving out here. It is a party, and we've got Queen's Judgment, which is heavy fire damage to one enemy and inflicts burn for 3 turns, and it's only 20 cost. Guys, this move looks sick. It's like spinning around. It lives up to its name, and it hits like 3 times, and it's a critable attack. It is so sick. What do you think of this one? We got hit by this one.
This is probably a top tier move in my opinion. Like if alone for the animation and the fact that it can crit, which I love that for a fire move. It's also a speed, like a very powerful single target heavy damage can crit speed fire move. Like they're giving that fire everything
that you could do right at the beginning, because it's only 20 Paradise.
It's only 20. I love this move. I like that it's themed around like Goldian. I like that it's a great move. I love it, and I really like the animation. The multi-hitting moves that can crit, like the one that Hellblade has. They're just so cool, you know.
I wish I had like more of these types of moves as we were going through like the game as well. Like Queen's Judgment is such a cool name, and just the theme of it and just it just being so unique is just like really cool. So yeah, that is a very good gene. You can go and apply that to whatever monster that you have, or any of your fire monsters. If you want Teostra, you can throw it on that. If you want to throw it on your Silver Rathalos and have the Silver Rathalos moves, then that is up to you as well. But this is a very good move as well. Just across the board, the moves are nice. Then we've got a unique one that we could have all used in PvP from the very beginning. This move, guys, is so nuts. I don't understand like why they only. Well, I do understand why they've only brought it in at the very end, but come on, man. They could have introduced this a little bit
I
earlier.
am triggered that we didn't have this. The amount of PvP that we could have destroyed people with. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't just remove debuffs, right? This is AoE,
Yeah.
and it costs 2. Are you joking? Imagine you're playing against 2 people and they both pump up, and you just remove it from them both with 2 kinship cost, and that's just one of your your 2v2 monsters doing that. This is really nice, and some of the PvE scenarios, those buffs actually can ruin your day.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen what can happen when, I think, was it Silver Loss, like, powered up?
Yep.
Does its, like, AoE and just, like, deletes? Like, we could remove the power up and live. So this is an all-round good move. It is a non-elemental, though. So this might be one to think about. Do you want to have it on your fire monster or not? Like, do you want to keep this on your Gold Ratha or your, like, Silver Loss, I don't know, but it's definitely going to have a place in PvP, like 100%. And I do think it would be good in certain PvE fights as well.
Yeah, definitely. But let's just read that out one more time, right? Just so that we can draw this in. This is the move that we're getting at the very end of Story 2 content, right? A high chance to remove all buffs, or remove buffs from all enemies. That is nuts. And then for 2 kinship, they weren't like, oh, let's just make it cost like 15 or something around that, so they can do it turn 1. They were like 2. There is no like cost to this. You can basically do this all the time unless you've done essentially like something that's taken away all your kinship bar, which is just nuts to me. So yeah, must have move, must have a Monstie. This is a very good one. I feel like Gold Rathian just looks really cool. You guys know that I'm a real big fan of just the basic boy Monster Hunter Monsties, which is a Rathalos and Rathian, and when they come in their new colors, I just absolutely love it more so than everything else. And I think that this is a brilliant looking monster. We can go out there and really flex on the homies with our gold and our silver bling, basically. So
let me say one more thing about Luna Cry, okay? There is a lot of people doing Bonds of Kinship with Hunting Horn and PvP. Obviously, there's a lot of pump-ups, there's a lot of Azure Voltage, Valiant Flares. Like, these are all really common turn 1 and 2 plays. So, being able to remove, like, Bonds of Kinship and a buff will literally just ruin your opponent. Like, think about the kinship that they have to invest on turn 1 and 2, and you just remove it for 2 kinship cards.
it's the spice.
That is good.
Yeah. So everyone's going to be Luna crying when they get hit by this in PvP. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed that, then definitely hit that like button. And our keyword of the day to let me know that you've left, got to the end of the video and you haven't left yet, is obviously going to be Luna Cry. There was only one option to go with today, and we couldn't leave the video without asking Paradise what videos he's got going out on his channel.
If you guys want the cheese to farm Gold Rathians, dead easy, quickly, without having to fight anything, I got you covered.
There you go. So definitely tune into that if you haven't already, and subscribe so that you can keep it locked here when we come back with more content. Alright guys, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget you can subscribe so you don't miss another video.